Well, hello, St. Peter's Parish family. Welcome to our daily reflections. We're going to start to do things slightly differently now with the daily reflections. And what we're going to start to do is to look at our favourite Bible passages and why they are favourites and what Jesus has done in our life through them. And our hope is that we can carry this on even once we get back to a new normal. And we'd love for this to be open to the wider parish and the different congregations that gather to worship in St. Peter's Parish. And so if you have a favourite passage that you'd like to share as a part of our reflection, then do get in touch with me. But I'm going to share mine today. Mine is Mark chapter 15. And actually, if you read the whole passage, it's worth taking some time out to reflect on it. And there's a specific part of the passage where Jesus is about to die upon the cross, and in verse 34, Jesus cries out in agony, saying, "Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani." My God, why have you forsaken me? And for me, this passage is really meaningful because it was a moment in which it led me to give my life to Christ. Because in that moment, I realized that actually Jesus knows what it is to suffer. And that actually, through all the hardships we go in life, we worship someone that knows what suffering is. But in more than that, cries out in agony and cries out in pain. And I think sometimes we forget as church that we have someone who, when we suffer, cries out in agony on our behalf. And for me, that intimacy that Jesus gives us, that he shares in our pain, he shares in our sorrows, means an awful lot to me. It means that I don't worship someone that is distant or far off, or it just isn't interested, but actually is interested in the very detail of my life. The highs and the lows, Jesus is there with me. But also it made me realise that in suffering it's okay to cry out to God. That actually, when we feel pain, when we feel sadness, it's all right to ask why, and to seek help, and to seek support, and to seek refuge. And that passage reminds me that actually, ultimately, our refuge is in God. Our refuge is in Christ. Because in Christ, making that suffering and taking that ultimate suffering, in truth, he's become our ultimate refuge. Jesus, the radical nature of what he's done, has given us a way that suffering, albeit hard and painful and full of sorrow at times, isn't the final event, and that we go to be with Christ in glory. Have a great day, St. Peter's Parish family, and stay safe, stay well.